I have a confession to make. I am not a John Carpenter fan. Sorry. Hey everybody, welcome to another movie review, and today I will be reviewing Big Trouble in Little China. Yes, this came out in 1986 and was directed by John Carpenter, of course, and it stars, of course, Kurt Russell, along with Kim Cattrall. Maybe I'm saying that right. I don't know. Um, Dennis Dunn and James Hong. All right, so Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, so first off, I just want to say this. I apologize if this review sucks because I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about this film. So it might be short. I don't know. We'll see. It might be a little under 10 minutes, but probably over 5 at least. So, anyways, I'm going to try my best to do this review. So, Big Trouble in Little China. This is my second time watching this. I had this on a poll. I did have it on a poll before, on my Instagram with it was Groundhog Day, which was another movie I've seen before, and that beat Big Trouble in Little China. So I decided to put it on another poll, give it a second chance, and I put it up against Chronicle, and it beat Chronicle. It was like 10-5. It was there was like a lot of people that voted for Big Trouble in Little China. So if you're one of those 10 people that voted for this movie, I apologize if this review sucks. But yeah. And also I apologize if I disappoint you of what my opinions are of this film. So alright, so yeah, like I said, this is my second time watching this. I watched this years ago. I remember borrowing this from my cousin, and this is one of his favorite films of all time. And I remember back then I was not really that impressed. I mean, not that I didn't think it was a bad movie. I just wasn't really that into it. So I watched it again to review it. For a rewatch review, if you will, and not much has changed, if I'm going to be honest. Not much. A little bit. A little bit of my opinions has kind of changed, but not very much. I honestly am still not into this film. And as I said in my intro, I am honestly not a big John Carpenter fan. I have seen only 4 of his films though, which are pretty much all of his big ones, or almost all his big ones. I haven't seen Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I haven't seen those, but I've seen this, Halloween, They Live, and The Thing. And honestly, out of all 4 of those films, The Thing is actually my favorite. But even that movie, I wasn't like all the way into. I just liked it mostly just because of the performances by Roddy Piper and Keith David. And I like the concept too to that film. I like the concept. Like, it has a really cool concept to it, but I think it was just the way. I mean, it was executed okay up until the ending. Really, I actually did do a review on They Lived. It was like last year or so. Go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, that's probably my favorite John Carpenter movie. But it still doesn't really make me a John Carpenter fan because that's still not even close to being one of my favorite films. I just like it a little bit. So yeah, this one didn't do much for me. Not a lot at least. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to talk about it. First though, I'm going to try my best to describe the plot the best I can. Honestly, I'm still trying to process what it's even about because I don't entirely know. All I know is that it takes place in Chinatown, and it has this guy. Jack Burton, who's played by Kurt Russell, of course, and I'll talk about Kurt Russell in a little bit, but yeah, Kurt Russell plays Jack Russell or Jack Burton. Sorry, Jack Burton. Jack Russell. Jack Burton, who is a truck driver who is in Chinatown, and there's like this. I don't know what they are. Maybe like a cult or something. Of like these kung fu guys. These kung fu guys, but they're also like almost like magicians in a way. Like they have like magic. It's really weird. And they kidnap these two women. One of them's Asian, the other one isn't, but they both have green eyes. So that's basically all I could say, because honestly I don't know exactly why they kidnapped them. Well, actually I kind of do, but I'm not going to say it because it'll spoilers, But I know a reason, but yeah, I don't really entirely understand the plot, to be honest. And that's one of my negatives, is that I don't get the story really at all. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. I don't get it. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. All right. So I guess I'll start off with positives. I'll go ahead and say, Kurt Russell is really good in this film. I do like Kurt Russell. Particularly I like him in the Coen Brothers, the Tarantino. I don't know why I said Coen Brothers. The Tarantino films that he was in, like he was in, Death Proof and The Hateful Eight. He was amazing in both of them. And he was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He had a smaller role, and he was all right in that one. That's basically and The Thing. I've seen The Thing before too. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of The Thing. Maybe I'll watch it again. I might review it, but someday. But we'll see. But mostly of what I've seen of Kurt Russell, I like Kurt Russell. He's a good actor. He's kind of funny too. And this character, I remember even back when I first saw it, I still liked him. He was still like probably my favorite thing about the movie, because he plays this very smart ass character, Jack Burton. And just about everything he says in this film just makes me laugh. He is very funny in this movie. And yeah, he's probably the best thing about this film. He is very good, very funny, very entertaining. Yeah. And his friend, Wang, I think is his name, who's played by Dennis Dunn, I think was the actor's name. Let me check again. Dennis Dunn, yeah. He was also pretty good. I thought they both had very good chemistry together. So yeah. And the chick, Kim Cattrall or whatever, she was pretty good. I liked her. She was gorgeous too, but that's beside the point. I just want to say that, but yeah, she was very good. The Asian chick too with green eyes was also a babe as well. But yeah. So yeah, the three main performances, the three main actors, they were all good. The villain was okay. Honestly, I'm not even sure who the villain was. If it's who I think it is, he was okay. Yeah. And that's basically all I can say. Well, okay, and I do like some of the fighting scenes and some of those, and I do like those guys, those kung fu magician guys. Again, I don't know what they are exactly, but they were pretty entertaining. They were really funny, especially in their first scene. I was just dying at them, just at the noises that they're making and their facial expressions. It was killing me. I was dying. And this movie, for the most part, is pretty funny. Like, it does have some good jokes in it, but it's also funny because it's a very cheesy movie, but in a good way. It's a very cheesy, good movie. I mean, a good cheesy movie in that sense. Like the cheese is actually really good in this film for sure. That's not a complaint that I have with this film. No, that's actually one of the positives I have is the cheesiness. I like the cheesiness. It's very funny. Um, but yeah, that's basically all I can say though. Story, like I said, story is mostly my biggest negative because I don't understand the story. I don't get it. But yeah, and it just takes me out of it. There's some scenes that the scenes that are not very funny, and it has like they have like some boring dialogue. I didn't like those really very much. I mean, some of the dialogue is pretty good and pretty funny, but it did have some dialogue scenes I wasn't into. I thought was kind of boring. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. Overall, I just didn't wasn't really into this movie, mostly due to its story. Like I just wasn't into the story, and I didn't understand the story. Like I said, I did not get the story at all. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This movie's just not for me, and I honestly don't know if I'll ever watch it again. Maybe if I ever do a John Carpenter ranking, then perhaps I will. But yeah, I don't know. Um, this movie's just not for me. I know a lot of people like it. Like I said, I have a cousin who loves this movie. I think my brother likes it a lot too. I just not into it. It's just not my kind of film. Which to be fair, I haven't seen too many like kung fu movies. The only other one I the only sorry the only God I can't even talk. I'm sorry. The only other that's what I was trying to say. Um, see, I'm a terrible YouTuber. I don't edit that stuff out. I just keep it in because it's funny. The only other kung fu film I have ever seen, which also came out in the 80s, was The Last Dragon. And that movie was actually really funny. I like that movie better than this because it was also very cheesy, but the cheese in that movie was even better. It was just that movie is hilarious. The Last Dragon. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's really funny. Um, but yeah, I mean, and like I said, the cheese in this movie is really good too. But um, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the story to this one. It just didn't work for me. And yeah, it just made me not into it really. Just I don't get this. I don't understand the story. I get why people like it. You know, I get the fan base, but it's just not for me. So if you're a fan of this movie, I apologize. I just I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea per se. So, anyways, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this film. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it its rating. Gonna give it a low rating, kind of a low, well, pretty low rating. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 stars. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. 2.5. I just not into this movie, and I'm not a big John Carpenter fan. Sorry. Okay, actually, there's one more thing, one more positive I will give it: the music. The music was very good. I forgot to mention the music. John Carpenter, I think, scores his own films, and yeah, I like his scores anyways. I like the music. That's like a big thing I could say about his films. I like is his music. But yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, the score to this film was very good. Anyways, but yeah, Big Trouble in Little China gets 2.5 stars. Yeah. All right, well there we go. There is my review for Big Trouble in Little China. So, in the comments, tell me, have you seen Big Trouble in Little China? Have you not? And also, what is your favorite John Carpenter film? Mine, like I said, is They Live. And what's your favorite Kurt Russell movie as well? For me, I would either say Death Proof or The Hateful Eight. I don't know, one of those two. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this before I say please like, subscribe, comment, and stuff like that. Usually I say it after, but I'm gonna go ahead and say some of my plans for my next videos. So on Thursday, yeah, honestly, I don't really have much planned, to be honest. I have one idea for my next movie related review, or my movie related video. But as for the music one, I don't know for sure yet. They'll be this Thursday. I think it will be a top 20 favorite songs, or maybe top 10 favorite songs from a certain band. I don't know who yet, but somebody. And as for Monday, I think I've been thinking about doing a maybe top 10, probably top 10 favorite, or like top 10 most underrated films. What I think are the most are yeah, the most underrated films I've seen. Um, I'm thinking about doing that one. Maybe we'll see. I'm not sure. Let's see. Hold on for a second. Yeah, Monday that'll be the 27th. So yeah, that should be it. That should be the next one. So, anyways, look out for those. So, all right. So please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell. And I'll see you then. I'll see you this Thursday. All right. Peace.